Well, a year ago, it was a game at Villa Park which sparked the Blues into an unbeaten 22-match run, which ultimately ended, of course, in their 4th Premier League title in a row. City's unprecedented current woes have seen them suffer 8 defeats in the last 11 games. You know the motto, we fight till the end. The collective responsibility will ensure that motto will be adhered to today and throughout the remaining 6 months of the campaign. Well, City have lost just one of the last 17 meetings with Aston Villa. They've won 5 of the last 8 trips to Villa Park. Encouraging statistics for the Blues today, ahead of what could be a potential clash, but all of a sudden Jhon Duran was in. City lost the ball. Jhon Duran just went right into the gap that had been vacated by the error, and he shot, well, rather tamely, if I'm being truthful. It was a parry away by Ortega. It was a mistake, though, by Gvardiol that let Villa in, and Ortega's pushed out the shot for a corner.
Not a good start at all. That's the last thing you wanted. The Villa fans are up now, right behind the team, but that's a big miss, one-on-one.
So the game's first corner, he's helped on at the near, and Ortega's kept it out. It was Pau Torres who flicked it goal-bound, and it was helped on to the underside of the bar by Ortega. The referee says that the technology says the ball did not cross, and it's a terrific save by Ortega. City in the central area of the Villa half, playing it across to Grealish. Grealish tries to get the better of McGinn, and on it goes to Grealish again. Grealish in the crossing position on the right-hand side, plays it backwards to Kovacic. Kovacic tries the shot, and Martinez makes a fairly routine gather, but it was a decent effort from Mateo Kovacic, Michael.
Just tries to reverse it, doesn't he? He goes to go far corner, just flicks it near.
Martinez on the edge of his own area, taps it into Tielemans. Tielemans gets away from Stoke. Oh, great ball, and Rodgers is through on goal here. Aston Villa with a real chance. Duran into the area, 1-0 Aston Villa. The ball down the middle, Rodgers swept away, tapped it inside, and Jhon Duran puts it into the net. And City are trailing by 1-0. And the praise is coming for Tielemans for the ball that released Rodgers, who then released Duran, and Villa take the lead.
It's a clinical goal from Villa, it's a clever one, and they certainly have been the ones who deserve a goal at the start of this game.
City on top at the moment, but still haven't really fashioned a chance. Grealish plays it backwards to Gvardiol. Midway inside the Villa half, on it goes to Stone, 79% possession, extraordinary. The ball is with Lewis. Lewis gets to the final third, finds Foden. Foden tiptoes his way in. Lewis back to Foden. Foden, good save on Emi Martinez. Once again, Phil Foden in with a chance, but Martinez makes the save. Remember the statistic, Foden's had more shots than any other player in the Premier League this season without scoring. Well, he almost scored there. So Aston Villa 1, City 0. A goal by Jhon Duran in the 16th minute. But City have dominated the game since. So it's a throw to City. Cleared, picked up by Gundogan. Gundogan on to Gvardiol. Gvardiol now. Can he build a counter-attack for City? He's certainly coming forward at pace. On it goes now to Grealish. Grealish on the left edge of the penalty area. Grealish too close to Martinez. No, it's not. Gvardiol got there first, but headed it over the bar. The ball in looked too close to Martinez, and Martinez, I think, was in two minds. And just in the blink of an eye, Gvardiol got there in front of Martinez, but helped it over the crossbar. What a chance.
As Grealish steps inside, flicks that in-swinging cross. As I say, Martinez unsure to come. He just needed to glance it in front of him, caught it too thick.
Grealish plays it inside to Akanji. Akanji helps it on to Foden. Foden out wide to Bernardo Silva up against Lucadine. Comes inside, plays it to Foden. Now then, Foden hits it wide. He scored 27 goals last season, 19 of them in the Premier League. So far this season he scored 3, but none in the Premier League. backwards to the halfway line to Konsa. Haaland's barely had a look in so far in this game. That has to change. Rodgers loses the ball, and then Jhon Duran gets it back again. And he turns away Jhon Duran, and he brings in Lucadine down the left side. Plays it backwards to Onana. Onana looking towards Dean, and on it goes to Rodgers. Rodgers tries to get a 1-2 going, and it breaks for him, and he's hit the outside of the post. It was a fortuitous 1-2 because it wasn't intended the way it actually went, but it broke for Rodgers, and he clips the outside of the post.
Hits it early, strong strike, near post, just to the outside of it.
So Aston Villa 1, City 0. We're in the 58th minute here at Villa Park. City with a couple of chances to equalise. A header from Gvardiol over the top of the bar, and a shot from Foden tipped round the post by Emi Martinez. Well, at the moment, Rodgers is coming forward for Villa. It's a good run from him, and he brings in McGinn, and City are now backpedaling. Villa on the edge of the City penalty area. McGinn working an angle, Rodgers working an angle. 2-0 Villa. Morgan Rodgers makes it 2, and City have now got an enormous hole to try and dig themselves out of. Morgan Rodgers set up the first, he scores the second, and the Blues are staring down the barrel of yet another Premier League defeat. It's Aston Villa 2, City 0.
Again, counter-attack very, very quickly. John McGinn involved, and then Rodgers just pulls it onto his left foot. And then a little strike right across the goalkeeper. Really, really impressive finish.
Aston Villa 2, City 0. Morgan Rodgers with the second. City have got the ball, but not for long. Then it breaks for Walker. Walker plays it to Savinho. Savinho comes forward. So he's not really got anywhere to go. He plays it inside to Foden, and Foden's shot breaks for him, and at last he scores. Phil Foden tucks it into the back of the net with 90 seconds to go. Phil Foden at last has his first Premier League goal of the season. Maybe there's just enough time for an equaliser, who knows? But that was just the bounce of the ball that came City's way. That hasn't happened too often. Lucadine trod on it, and it broke for Foden, and Foden gets his first Premier League goal of the season, and it's 2-1. Well, there's going to be one opportunity left for City to salvage a point here. They've got a free kick midway inside the Villa half. Foden's going to swing it in. Villa with a very high line. Foden clips it in, Martinez gathers it, and I'm afraid that will be that. And there it is. Extraordinary statistics. City lose again. It is now 6 defeats in the last 8 Premier League matches. They had control of the game for large periods of it, and although Phil Foden pulled one back deep in added time, it proved to be little more than very scant consolation. The final score, Aston Villa 2, City 1.